Hello, everyone. Welcome to this month's webinar. My name is Teresa Donahue, Brand Engagement Marketing Manager at Volusion. We are so excited to have Haisha and Amy from our in-house marketing agency, Grow a Studio, here with us today to walk you through how to set up a pay-per-click campaign. A few things they'll go over today is just what a PPC campaign is, the importance of a PPC campaign and how it can benefit your e-commerce business, and steps to set up a PPC campaign. If you have any questions at all during the webinar, please submit those in the chat section. Tomorrow, we will be sending out an email with answers to your questions and also a recording of today's webinar. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to you, Haisha and Amy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Haisha Basiolu, and my colleague Amy Smith will be joining a little bit later. And we're here to present this month's webinar, Back to the Basics, Setting Up a PPC Campaign with Volusion and Grow with Studio. So for our agenda for the day, we're going to go over a few things. We're going to start off with what is PPC, PPC versus SEO, the importance of a PPC campaign, steps to set up a PPC campaign, and a few pro tips from the studio team. Now to start off, what exactly is PPC? So PPC, or pay per click, is a type of internet marketing which involves advertisers to pay a fee each time one of their ads is clicked on. So again, Google is a pay to play market, meaning you only pay for advertising if it's actually clicked. So you can see on this right-hand side, this diagram, it's a high-level version of what a Google Ads account would look like from start to finish. So at the very, very top, you have your Google Ads account. Underneath, you can create several different campaigns. Under each campaign, you can have ad groups. And under each ad group, you can have selected keywords. And then for each of the keywords, you can have ads that are relative to those keywords that you have chosen. And again, this is a high-level version of what we'll go over on today's presentation. So a good PPC versus SEO. So pay-per-click, again, as a reminder, is a form of online paid advertising that allows you to reach your target audience at the top of the search engine result page, while SEO, or search engine optimization, is the process used to optimize a website's technical configuration, content relevance, and link popularity. This allows pages to become easily findable, more relevant, and popular towards search queries, resulting in a higher natural ranking. Some pros to having both PPC and SEO is that with PPC, you get immediate results, you increase your brand recognition, you meet your business objectives, you have quick access to the market, you manage your spend and ROI, you have easily tracked and updated leads, you leverage your buyer and search intent. On the SEO side, you can build trust and credibility with Google, you increase your organic search traffic, you stay competitive long-term, you can improve your brand awareness, it benefits other marketing initiatives, SEO targets quality traffic, you can increase your ROI and conversions, and finally, you can leverage Google's search engine and page rank. So the biggest takeaways from both sides is I see PPC as a short-term with high ROI returns, while I see SEO as a long-term plan with high ROI returns. So a fun thing to point out with SEO is when you do combine SEO and any other marketing initiatives, they definitely complement each other well. So it can be email marketing, social media marketing, or PPC. Again, SEO is really, really content heavy, meaning you're trying to build as much credibility that you can with Google. So the more content you have about your business, your website, anything that's going to link back there, that's also helpful. Whereas PPC, since it's a paid to play market, you're really able to curate it exactly how you want it while being able to stay competitive with your budget. So again, for best practices, if you do have the budget, I would definitely recommend combining both PPC and SEO into your marketing initiatives. So now the importance of a PPC campaign. So I have a few Google Ads PPC statistics, specifically to Google Ads, since this is what we'll be setting up today. So PPC is one of the top 3 generators of on-page conversion. 79% of marketers say PPC is hugely beneficial for their businesses. 97% of consumers use the internet to search for a local business. 65% of people click on ads when making purchases. Google has a 92.96% of the global search engine market share, and that's comparable to Bing and Yahoo, who have a combined less than 4% market share, respectively. 41% of clicks in Google searches go to the top 3 ads. Paid advertisements return a 200% ROI on average. And then finally, users who click on PPC ads on Google are 50% more likely to purchase rather than those who click on an organic result. So again, back to that marketing initiative of combining both PPC and SEO, that last statistic tells you that 50% PPC ads on Google are 50% more likely to have consumers purchase than the organic result. Let you know that both initiatives can definitely work. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and move into the steps to set up a PPC campaign. First off, you want to go ahead and go to ads.google.com. You should land on a page that looks similar to this. Now, I know Google is always testing out different interfaces, so if it doesn't bring you to a page like this, you want to go ahead and just find the sign in button. Once you're there, please type in your business account that is associated with your Google Ads. You don't want to have a personal account because you want to make sure that your business account is linked to not only Google Ads, any analytics, possibly a Google My Business, so that way it can all be a very seamless process. After you log in, you should be prompted to a page that looks like this. If you weren't able to bypass the information where they need possibly your credit card information or a little bit about your business, go ahead and enter that in, and you can go ahead and edit it at any time. Once you're into this interface, you want to go ahead and click on Campaigns. After you click on Campaigns, you get to choose an objective. So Google allows up to 8 different objectives for your account, for your campaign. So the first objective you can have is sales, pretty self-explanatory. So your objective with this campaign is to drive sales online, in app, by phone, or in store. Again, this is probably the most common objective that people use. Next is a leads objective. You're trying to get leads and other conversions by encouraging customers to take action. Take action can be anything from a form fill, a phone call, subscription to a newsletter, or anything like that. Website traffic is trying to get the right people to visit your website. Again, this is probably people who are newer, trying to get people to their website and get their foot in the door. So again, if you're getting a lot of traffic for people who are searching for something that you don't offer, Google Ads can definitely help eliminate some of those bad searches. Next up is product and brand consideration. This encourages people to explore your products and services. Again, if you're trying to promote a specific product, possibly you being a third-party reseller, this would also be a good objective to have. Or you have a specific service that's unique and you want people to know why your service is better than competitors. This could also be another great objective to lead with. Brand awareness and reach. This is complemented well if you're also running social media campaigns, because as we know, social media is all about brand awareness. Next up is app promotions. You're trying to get more installs, interactions, and pre-registration for your app. Local store visits and promotions objective. You're trying to drive visits to local stores, including restaurants and dealerships. So if you have a brick and mortar store that usually does promotions, that would definitely be a great objective for you. And then finally, you can go ahead and create a campaign without a Google's guidance. I definitely would not recommend that to somebody who is new to Google Ads or Google campaigns in general, just because you do want Google's initial help when trying to build out a successful campaign. So for the purpose of this webinar, we're going to go ahead and choose the objective sales. Next, you have campaign types. Now, Volusion specifically focused on e-commerce businesses, which means we'll deal with only 3 of the 5 choices. We will do search, display, and shopping. So with a search campaign type, you can get in front of a high intent customers at the right time on a Google search. Again, anybody who is typing into the search engine result page, they have a chance of seeing your ads. With a display campaign type, this can reach customers across 3 million different websites and apps with engaging creative. So if you've ever played Temple Run or any type of games on your phone with the ads, your ads can actually appear on some of these games or also third-party websites as well. So again, if you're trying to really have eye-catching images and people falling in love with what you're selling versus what you're saying, then a display campaign might be something you're interested in. And then finally, a shopping campaign. You can showcase your products to shoppers as they explore what to buy. So this is the best type of method if you have a lot of products that you want to advertise. Basically, you want to advertise all of the products on your website. If they all have images and they meet the Google requirements, this is definitely a method that some people would prefer. Next up is bidding. So there's 3 types of bidding strategies that you can choose from. So you can do a conversion bidding, clicks bidding, and impression share bidding. They're all very different. So with conversion bidding, you can maximize for conversions. You can set a target cost per acquisition, and then you can also have a manual cost per click. So if you're maximizing for conversion, you're telling Google exactly to use its artificial intelligence and use the data that it's collected to go ahead and make sure that you are getting the best conversions for the lowest prices. If you choose target cost per acquisition, you're prompted to put in a specific amount that you think you should be paying to acquire each customer, whether that be a lead, a phone call, or an actual purchase. And then manual CPC, or cost per click. This is one where you have full control of how much you're actually bidding on each keyword. Again, this is paired very well if you're going to spend a lot of time in the keyword planner, choosing the correct keywords. That way you can see exactly how much it's costing you without running through your budget. Next up is a clicks bidding strategy. That one I would recommend if you're trying to have a campaign objective related to probably website traffic. Again, since you're trying to get the right people to your website, you want them to actually click on your ad and land on that page. Impression share bidding is really just somebody who is trying to show up as frequently as possible on Google. Again, that could be more of potential reach and brand awareness. You're trying to make sure that you're showing up more than your competitors. Like I mentioned, Google is a pay-to-play market, so you're not the only person doing advertising. So you want to make sure if that's your strategy, then impression share bidding is something you would want to look into. Okay, let's see. Next up is campaign settings and network. So we're just going to go ahead and click on just the search network because again, we are setting up for a PPC search only campaign. And again, these ads can appear near Google search results and other Google sites when people search for terms that are relevant to your keywords. Again, you can choose to include Google search partners or not. I would definitely recommend, especially since it's starting out, to go ahead and include Google search partners. That way you're able to get as much data in the first few months of running your ads as much as possible. And then we have location and language settings. So the nice thing about Google Ads is you can advertise globally. You can select all countries and territories. You can go smaller to United States and Canada. You can get even smaller and choose just the United States. And then you can get as granular as specific cities or zip codes. So there's definitely a lot of flexibility there. But again, you can start as high level as just the United States. And as time goes on, you can start to populate specific states, zip codes, or cities. If you have a brick and mortar location in California, there's probably no reason to advertise in New York, New Jersey, and places on the East Coast. You can go ahead and exclude certain places from seeing your ads. So again, you do get a lot of flexibility with choosing your location and things like that. As far as languages, there's 50 different languages available. So again, it's not just English, Spanish, or possibly a different one. So for the purposes of this webinar, I'm going to go ahead and just choose English. All right. And I will go ahead and pass over this presentation to my colleague Amy, who will help you guys finish up setting up a PPC campaign. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Amy Smith and I'll be taking you through the rest of your campaign setup. After choosing locations and languages, you will be prompted to choose your audience. Audience targeting allows your ads to be shown to people with specific interests, habits, and how they have previously interacted with your business. When going through this option, ask yourself who you want your ads to be shown to. Affinity audiences are used to reach users based on what they're passionate about and their habits and interests. This can include travel, sports, media, technology, and more. Detailed demographic audience is used to reach users based on long-term life facts, such as parental status, which can include the age of their children, marital status, education, homeowner status, and employment status. In-market audiences are used to reach users based on their recent purchase intent, such as those who are actively searching for different types of products and services. Audiences created from your data segments are used to reach users that have interacted with your business in some way, such as a website visitor or a converter. Similar segment audiences are used to reach new users with similar interests to your website visitors or existing customers. You also have two choices for targeting settings for a campaign, which are targeting and observation. Targeting narrows the reach of your campaign to the selected segments. You're telling Google specifically who you would like to reach with your ads. Observation does not narrow the reach of your campaign. The observation setting allows you to monitor how ads are performing for your selected placements, topics, or audiences while your campaign is running. When adding your audience segments, you can increase or decrease your bid for individual audiences. Directly under your audience choices, you have a choice to set up additional campaign settings. First, you will have the option to select ad rotation. You can choose for Google to show best performing ads or to rotate the ads indefinitely. We would recommend to have Google prefer the best performing ads. Your goal is to attract more customers, and putting your best ads forth is the way to go. Having low performing ads in the mix can decrease your conversion rate. However, if you want to experiment with A/B testing, you will need to have the ad rotation set to rotate indefinitely for accurate results. You're also given the choice to input start and end dates. This would be beneficial for holiday or seasonal campaigns. Next, to limit when your ads run, you are able to set an ad schedule. Meaning, if you prefer your ads to only run on certain days or at certain times, setting an ad schedule can accomplish that. You may also set an ad schedule to increase or decrease bids on certain days or times. Another setting you can implement is campaign URL options. This is a tracking template that you can create to show where your ad click generates from. Lastly, you're able to tinker with dynamic search ads. A dynamic search ad targets relevant searches automatically based on your website or specific landing page, then uses headlines automatically customized to people's searches. Although Google generates the headlines, you are able to create your own descriptions with these ads. Since dynamic ads are automated, there is little room for flexibility. Here is where you start focusing on your individual ad groups. You can name your first ad group and set keywords for that specific ad group here. An ad group contains one or more ads that share similar targets. Ad groups help you organize your ads around a common theme. For best results, focus your ad groups and keywords on one product or service. A keyword is a word or a phrase that is typed into the search engine that can potentially trigger your ad. You have the option for Google to pull suggested keywords from your website or products and services. You can also add your own keywords or use third-party sites to see what keywords would be beneficial to add, such as Google Keyword Planner and Google Trends. Choosing high-quality keywords that are relevant to your ad campaign can help you reach those who are most interested and who are more likely to become converters. There are a few types of keyword match types that dictate how closely the keyword needs to match within the user's search. Broad match allows ads to be shown on searches that relate to your keyword, resulting in a loose match. Phrase match allows ads to be shown on searches that include the meaning of your keyword, resulting in a moderate match. These keywords will be added with quotation marks around them. Exact match allows ads to be shown on searches that are the same meaning as your keyword, resulting in a tight match. These keywords will be added with square brackets around them. These match types can also be used on negative keywords. Implementing negative keywords lets you exclude search terms from your campaign and focus on the keywords that matter and are most likely to convert. Pay attention to search terms that are similar to your keywords but may also cater to a different audience. For example, if you're selling bicycles, you may want to exclude a keyword such as motorcycle but include a keyword such as bike. Next, you'll be asked to create your first ad. Here are a few components to each ad. The final URL is your landing page, which is where the ad leads to. A display path is an optional field that can give an example of where a potential customer may end up. For example, if you have a clothing store and your final URL is the men's pants section, you can add men's in path 1 and pants in path 2. This is not a path that exists, but is used for vanity purposes only. Headlines are what people will most likely notice first on a results page. Consider including popular keywords that people may be searching. Descriptions are the longer portion of an ad where you can highlight details about your product, service, or company. This is a great place to add call to actions. Google recently got rid of expanded text ads, and you will only be able to create responsive search ads from now on. Responsive search ads allow you to create an ad that is adaptable and shows more relevant messages to your customer. You have the option to add 15 headlines and 4 descriptions. Over time, Google tests different combinations of headlines and descriptions to learn which performs best. Next, we have ad extensions. The goal of ad extensions is to take as much real estate we can on our Google results page. Google selects up to 4 extensions to show based on what the individual has searched for. For example, if someone is searching for a product near them, the call and location extension may generate. Some extensions will have requirements that need to be met before becoming available for use. Site link extensions link people directly to a specific page of your website, such as separate product pages. Callout extensions add additional text to your ad, such as free delivery or 24/7 customer support. Call extensions encourage people to call your business by adding a phone number or call button to your ads. A location extension encourages people to visit your business by showing your location, a call button, and a link to your business details page, which include your hours, photos of your business, and directions to get there. This is for businesses with a storefront location. Image extensions allow advertisers to upload rich, relevant visuals to complement their existing text ads. App extensions encourage people to download your app, and this is available for Android and iOS mobile devices, including tablets. Structured snippet extensions showcase information potential customers will find most valuable by selecting a predefined header and listing items. A lead form extension gets people to sign up directly from your ad. A price extension showcases your services or product categories with their prices so that people can browse your products right from the ad. A promotion extension highlights your sales and promotions for people that are searching for the best deals your business has to offer. Finally, you will be asked to set your daily budget. This can be adjusted at any time. When deciding what your budget should be, it is important to run a competitive analysis by researching average cost per clicks on keywords you are looking to bid with and seeing how much your competitors may be spending from a third-party source. Some industries will require a higher budget than others due to competition and average cost per click. Although you will reach a wider audience with a large budget, Google advertising is accessible for all advertisers with any budget. You can still compete in the marketplace with a lower budget. Your daily budget may fluctuate, but your total spend will never exceed your overall budget. If you would like to calculate your monthly budget, multiply your daily budget by 30.4. Congratulations, you've set up your first PPC campaign. The last step is to review the options you have chosen. Remember that you're able to change anything you'd like or add more information down the line. Once you've reviewed and are happy with what you've got, you're ready to run your campaign. Next, we'll go over some quick pro tips from the Grow with Studio team. Our first tip is to put yourself in the shoes of your target audience. What are their pain points? What will benefit them? Understanding their needs allows you to write better ad copy to create solutions to their current problems. Stay up to date with Google's updates and changes. Google is constantly changing, which means what may be working now may not work in their next update. Utilize call to action. Tell the customer exactly what their next step should be. This can include phrases such as call now, sign up today, or shop now. Run experiments. The best way to determine if a certain part of your ad, such as a landing page or headline, is working better than another is to do an A/B test. This can be completed in your Experiments tab. Lastly, keep up to date with your tracking data. This will allow you to make the best decisions when making changes to your keywords, bids, ads, and more. The more data you have, the better decisions you'll be able to make. Thank you for joining us today. We hope that you have gained valuable insights on setting up a PPC campaign.
Thank you, Haisha and Amy, for sharing your knowledge with us today. Keep an eye out for that email from us tomorrow with answers to your questions and a recording of today's webinar. If you'd like to learn more about our in-house marketing agency, Grow with Studio, and how experts like Haisha and Amy can help increase traffic to your site, please visit growwithstudio.com or email marketing@volusion.com. We hope you enjoyed today's webinar. Have a great rest of your day.